if I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, but you would take all that money that he's offering. But yet still, he wants 200 million for Benavidez, and he wants 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.
Recently, Terence Crawford has shared his thoughts on the newly released training footage of boxing legend Canelo Alvarez. Crawford, known for his meticulous preparation and dedication, offered his insights and reactions to Canelo's intense training routine, sparking excitement and anticipation among boxing fans for a potential future bout between the two champions. The highly anticipated fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is set to take place in September 2025 on Mexican Independence Day weekend. This super middleweight title bout will see Canelo defending his WBC UBA and WBO belts against Crawford, who is making a significant jump from welterweight to 168 lbs.
Popular, pero sin causa.
In May, I've read somewhere that Canelo has shortlisted Crawford for the May fight, his fight in May. Dan, what's happened?
Listen, I think it's just a fluid situation. I don't think there's anything definitive one way or the other at this point. I mean, it's not a secret that that's a fight that's been discussed by a lot of us and by a lot of people in the sport for quite a while. Certainly, it's a fight that Turki Al-Sheikh from Saudi Arabia has shown a lot of interest in. And of course, if it's going to get made, someone's going to have to put up a lot of guaranteed money. And he's probably the person that's going to do it. He's obviously been working closely with Terence Crawford. He was involved with Terence Crawford's last fight that took place in August when he fought Israel Majmov. It's obviously a fight that Terence Crawford has been very vocal about wanting. Now, Canelo hasn't ever said he wanted the fight, kind of downplayed it to a certain degree. But it wasn't that long ago, I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago, he was doing an appearance and he was asked about it and he didn't close the door. In the past, he sort of like closed the door on it. He's like, I'm an interest. He's like, listen, I'll talk to anybody and listen to what they have to say about the deal, any kind of deal. So in my mind, that sort of at least cracked open the door to have the conversation. Like he wasn't just saying, forget it, in terms of working with Turki or anybody else. So I think that Canelo is a smart person in terms of his boxing, but also in terms of his business. And when he looks around at the landscape and he wants to make a huge amount of money, like all top fighters or any fighter for that matter, and he looks and sees who can I fight where I can make the biggest score, in a big time.
Canelo Alvarez, known for his power and tactical versatility, is considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Crawford, a four-division world champion, brings speed, precision, and adaptability to the ring. This clash of styles and skills has fans buzzing with excitement as it promises to be one of the biggest boxing events of the year.
When Terence Crawford said that he moved up and won, and Canelo moved up and lost.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won.
I don't think that's the same. Because Canelo Alvarez actually moved up and won. I mean, he moved up a lot of weight, but if you want to talk about light heavyweight, he moved up, then he moved up again, and he lost. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, he moved up to 154. He won 115, 113, but it was just an 11-year-old matchup. He didn't really have much practice. But there's a difference. To be good, I mean, Tilton is a Hall of Famer. Okay, this guy, all-time light heavyweight. It's a bit different. Canelo did knock out Kobe, so he did move up, and Kovalev is a bigger challenge at light heavyweight than Maximov at 144. Let's just keep it.
Canelo Alvarez is a dominant force in the super middleweight division with a professional record of 62-22. Canelo has proven his ability to excel at higher weight classes. His power, agility, and experience make him a tough opponent for anyone.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter. His deterioration is different. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on him. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock him out and then going into maybe 6 decisions in a row now, scores a knockdown every time, power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys. Because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
When he fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo just whipping, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, robbing him. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Canelo Alvarez's latest training footage has been making waves in the boxing community. Released ahead of his anticipated fight with Terence Crawford, the video showcases Canelo's intense preparation and unwavering dedication in the footage. Canelo demonstrates his explosive power through rigorous strength and conditioning. Drills his speed and precision are on full display as he executes lightning-fast combinations and sharp footwork. The video also highlights his focus on refining his techniques, with countless hours spent hitting the heavy bag shadowboxing and working the NS with his trainers. Canelo's commitment to his craft is evident, and he's leaving no stone unturned as he gears up for one of the most anticipated matchups in boxing history. Fans and analysts alike are eager to see how this intense preparation will translate in the ring against the formidable Crawford. It's clear that Canelo is aiming to bring his aim to the fight, and his training footage has only added to the excitement and anticipation surrounding this epic showdown.
¿Qué es esto? Fíjate. Pam, 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 pam. Boom, boom, boom. Digo,
Canelo has an impressive track record, boasting victories over some of the top contenders in the sport. His capability to compete across different weight classes showcases his adaptability and talent in the super middleweight division. Canelo's power stands out, making him a dominant force. His ability to land powerful punches and withstand incoming blows marks him as a highly formidable adversary. In addition to his power, Canelo's agility and ring intelligence set him apart. His head movement, defensive skills, and ability to counter-punch with precision make him a well-rounded fighter's experience against elite-level competition has honed his ability to adapt and strategize in the ring. His recent victory over Edgar Berlanga in the super middleweight division further solidifies his status as a top-tier fighter.
When you fought Floyd Mayweather at what, 23? So fucking young. What was that like? I trained so hard, and now obviously I tried to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you gonna be the best in the world. 23. I think it's so impressive about him. His experience. He's so smart. He have everything in a fighter. A complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it. I think that was the toughest fight you faced. No, I think it's one. I thought fights and difficult. That was difficult.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. Follow for more.
Joe Rogan has shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Canelo Alvarez and Crawford. In a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan discussed why he believes Crawford has the edge over Canelo. He highlighted Crawford's speed, skill set, and strategic brilliance as key factors that could lead to his victory. Rogan also broke down how their contrasting styles might clash in the ring, making it an intriguing matchup. Rogan's analysis has added to the excitement and anticipation surrounding the fight, with fans eagerly awaiting to see if Crawford can pull off the upset against the formidable Canelo.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy and he punches very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for the shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin. But it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. We be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin. And I wound up just moving and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove, you know, that's like a thing for me when my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves and I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes with boxing. The greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
Out of the world, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga.
Dan Rafael, a prominent boxing analyst, has shared his detailed thoughts on the potential fight between Terence Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez. Rafael emphasized that this matchup is one of the most anticipated fights in boxing, given both fighters' status as pound-for-pound stars. He highlighted the significance of the fight, noting that it would be a true test of Crawford's ability to compete at the super middleweight level against a formidable opponent like Canelo.
I'm saying at once. Right. I'm saying I started at 135. I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147 to go up 160. Right. Yeah, one jump.
It's a big jump, too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
Big weight jump. A dangerous fight, but somebody got to prove you they can break Terence Crawford's leg and that he can't figure it out against you. Ain't no disrespect to Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not big against Terence Crawford. You got to show me who you is.
I would say to you that in terms of at least American boxing, or in this side of the world, it's not like Tyson Fury and Joshua in the UK is still a huge fight. It doesn't mean a lot in the United States. Likewise, I don't think Canelo and Crawford is necessarily a huge fight in the UK, but here in the United States, it's probably the biggest fight that you can make of what's out there. He doesn't have a lot of guys in the super middleweight division that are going to be intriguing that much to the public, I don't think, right now. He's made it clear he's not interested to fight Benavidez. The Morrell fight was never even really a thing. Both of them have moved up. They're fighting each other on February 1st. And so if you put those guys out of the equation for the time being, and you figure Canelo's going to fight in May, there's actually rumblings that maybe he won't fight the May date, they might go in June. But either way, he's going to be back, in the first part of the year. And you ask yourself, okay, who's out there who can make him score against, right? I mean, I guess he could fight a top super middleweight contender. I'm not saying this is the fight, but you look at the ratings, Christian Mbili is the undefeated WBC #1 contender.